Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience, Target Individual Programming. So, as you guys saw, I uploaded a video earlier because they hacked the online gaming platform. Couldn't get back into the game, and I had to restart my computer, right? Couldn't even quit the damn game. It might have hacked my PC. Either way, they still hacked it, right? And the reason why, playing the division, you have these enemies, they talk a lot of shit, right? The NPCs, they talk a lot of shit. They be like, you're done for. We're gonna get you, and when they say those things, NY Predators Department, using their sirens, whoop, oh, you're done for, whoop, we're gonna get you, whoop. So, my character is pretty level up. Look at that shit, wow. Alright? My character is pretty leveled up, right? So, when your character is leveled up and you have a lot of health, right? You tend to they'll shoot at you, but it takes a long time before your health is depleted. So I was like, the NPC's like, oh, you're done for. I'm like, oh, really? Well, we'll see. All right, kill the NPC. All right, how you like that? Take that. So while the NY Predators using their sirens, I'm talking shit back to the NPC, and they got upset because I was killing a whole bunch of NPCs. Didn't die not once, and they got pissed. But I noticed that he did the same thing I was playing Division 2, or even Call of Duty, Black Ops. They will get upset, even Fortnite. When they can't sabotage me in certain, in Fortnite, certain missions, when they can't sabotage me, they will, they will hack into either hack my PC or hack or crash the server. Right, and it'll kick me off of the server, off the Fortnite server. So when I talk about the things that they do, and anytime they feel that you have confidence, doesn't matter in whatever, doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't matter, right? When you have confidence and you're building confidence, they will, they use their sirens. They love to do that shit. When I first started playing the Division, just like I think I had bought the Division 2. I did buy the Division 2 first. Same thing. You start off your characters, not as strong. You got to level up your weapons, your shield and stuff like that. So every time you get killed, they use the sirens, right? And then as soon as you start to level up and you start to improve your character, you start to build out good weapons, or you get good weapons, and you start surviving. Like what they would do in the dog zone. Let me tell you, I can't wait to level up my character in the dog zone. So whenever they try that shit again, I turn on their asses. So it's pretty damn interesting in what it is that they do and how fragile their egos are. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very fragile. You hear the sirens in the background? Very fragile egos we're dealing with. And, the fact that they would do some shit like that, retaliatory, it's laughable. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to enjoy playing my game. They're hacking into, my PC. They're hacking into the network. They're hacking into the online game service. Doing all these things, right? Which is hilarious, but it is what it is. They don't like it, so I was saying to myself, I'm recommend for any TI, if you have a PC or if you have a game console, right? Wait till the Division or the Division 2 go on sale. They usually, when they go on sale, they're pretty cheap. They're like about, I think I paid $2 or $3 for the Division. And the Division 2 I bought years ago, I think I paid something like maybe $10 for it. right? And so, you'll see what I'm talking about. If they're targeting you like how they target me, you're going to see. And I want you to do the exact same thing too. When you level up your character and the characters and the NPC enemies in the game talking shit to you, talk shit back to them, and you'll see what's going to happen. The one thing that they hate is you building confidence. Look. Look. Right? The one thing that they hate is you building confidence. Look at them. You know what I'm saying? I said the one thing that they hate is you building confidence. Like I said, I don't play certain games with them anymore because I realize that what it is that they do. But if I'm playing an online game and they're using their sirens every time I get killed, and I just start, leveling up and start killing the NPCs and I'm talking shit, they hate that shit, but I'll talk that shit. Also, the New York Knicks. So they've been flooding my Facebook, timeline with, with the New York Knicks, right? And I guess because I was talking about how they use certain events, that they use sporting events, right, as if they're making a bet of who's going to win, or a certain championship, whether it be the NFL championship or, the NBA championship or hockey championship or baseball. They always have to use something, some event to engage in this wager. So you got to understand that, right? This is what they do, and it is to make you feel a certain way or believe a certain thing. I don't believe it because it's control. You know what I'm saying? They want to engage in a level of control to get you to believe some things that's not real. Once you're a TI, you're gonna always be a TI. They're never gonna stop talking. Understand that. They're never gonna stop, no matter what. Okay, so don't feed into their narrative. This is all lies. Don't fall for their manipulation, right? Because it doesn't matter what you do. What matters is that you understand what it is that they've done to you and they're trying to do, and you fight back in a way that's beneficial to you, right? So not engaging in anything that's going to be detrimental to your health, your mental health, your physical health, or so forth, and not being aggressive unless you're defending yourself, okay? Because it's about emotional manipulation. They want to get rid of you because you are the proof. You are the evidence of their crime that they've committed. And the easiest way to get rid of the evidence, if they can't do things like try to assassinate you and shit like that, is to try to incarcerate you or institutionalize you or to isolate you or to have you in isolation. Okay? Understand those are what it is that they try to do, the outcome. Because if they cannot control you, they're going to go on a campaign to severely damage you, to destroy your character, your image, and so forth. And so you got to be aware of that. Now I'm surprised the bus is crowded because when I checked the bus schedule, there were like 3 buses, right? That had came right after the other. So like I said, I'm very surprised this bus is crowded.